So here's a foam roller workout that is a little bit more full body. It's a little bit more challenging. I would say it's definitely more intermediate and advanced, but it has a little bit of something for everyone in this one. So let's actually start on the ground. And the roller is going to be the long way. The arches of your feet are going to be on top of it. And we're going to lie down on your back with your hands down by your sides, pushing heavily into your feet. Pull your abdominal muscles in, and let's begin with coccyx curls, lifting up into a bridge, keeping in mind we're on an unstable surface, which means we're going to work harder, plus it could go away from you. So you want to keep it connected towards your sits bones, and then very slowly lower back down. And now mine is definitely slipping. It would probably be better on a mat, but that's just not going to happen right now. Bridge your hips up, and then very slowly lower your hips back down. And again, deep breath out. Feel your feet connecting down into that roller. And then slowly articulate your spine back down. Now let's pick up our pace a little bit. We're going to push down to lift up. Keep the feet connecting as we lower back down. And again, lift as we exhale. Inhale, lower back down. Now this will get those hamstrings going pretty quickly. You're definitely going to feel these. And lower back down. And then let's lift and stay lifted, pushing through our feet and pulse the hips up. And go a little bit quicker, and up, and up. And I'm going to do 20 of them, which is a lot, but it's going to get you warm really quickly. And let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your spine, straighten your legs, roll them in and out just really quickly. Bring one knee in, take a breath, take that leg up to the sky, hamstring stretch, it's probably super tight. Lower it back down, bring the other knee in, take that leg up, bring it in, bring your roller back into your side. We're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, push down through your hands, down through your feet, hips up into your bridge. Do a tiny roll out, in, and lower down. Push the hips up. Tiny roll out, in, and lower down. We keep doing those tiny rolls. Make sure that the knees are staying very parallel. If you're feeling this in your calves instead of your hamstrings, you are not in enough of a coccyx curl with your sits bones reaching towards your heels. So that is your job to zipper up intensely as you go up, out, in, and down. Now I know that these will burn right away, and that is okay. Out, in. Our last one, we're going to stay up there and just roll 10, 9, 8. I'm using my feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips up a little higher and go back to pulses. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Straighten those legs. Let everything relax. I like to roll them in and out. Bend the knees in. Do the hamstring stretch again because these are very intense. Bring the other knee in, hamstring stretch, and then we lower back down. Now let's try to go heels together, toes apart. Bridge your hips up, turned out, bring the knees in, open back up, and lower down. And repeat, out, in, open, and down, out. Keep going. Now you'll notice my toes aren't on, it's my heels and arches, which are pushing down into the roller. And I'm only doing 10 of these because they are very intense. Pull those abs in, make sure those abs are working the whole time. Last one. Now we're going to go back up in that turned out position and pulse, squeezing those heels together. We want to try to not let that roller get out of our way, and we're going for 20. Hips stay lifted, abs are engaged, arms pushed down, use those arms. And whew, those are hard. Straighten your legs. This time you can use your hands to help you up or just use your abs. We're going to stretch over our legs and just give ourselves a little bit of a break because that is super, super intense to do. But definitely, definitely worth it. All right, so now let's go ahead and give our hamstrings a break and let's do a little bit of core work. So what we're going to do is, this is just too much on my wrist and you can see what's happening here. So my preference with this section is that we go on our forearms and I'm kneeling, my toes are tucked underneath me, my chest is pressed up. Now you don't have to go into a prayer position, you could be here in a fist, do what feels good to you, and we are just slowly going to elevate up, holding this modified plank. And then just to slowly lower back down, shift your butt back to relax. So you'll come forward so your shoulders are over your elbows, and we lift and hold. And then we lower back down and shift the butt back. So we go forward, up and hold, down and back, and forward, up and hold, and down and back. Now a quick up and hold like this, you will feel your abs not as intensely. So I would count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, shift the weight back. And repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, shift your weight back. Now if you feel like, okay, I'm strong, I can do more, I would hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. And let's just do one more. So it's up to you what count you want to do. Do you want to do them fast or slow? But to build up strength, you will want to hold it a little bit longer. And just lower back down and stretch. Now we're going to take that up to the next level, which is a full plank with the feet going out. And we're actually going to hold this. And I don't have a timer with me right now, but in an ideal world, I'd like you to be able to hold anywhere from 20 seconds to at least a minute, just trying to get a sense of that, and then lower back down and repeat. However, if that hurts your back, there's a couple things going on. One is that you are not pressing up through your arms. The second thing is that you're letting your low back dump down. So push the chest up, extend the leg, lift and lift. Now while I'm doing that, I'm making sure that my hips are up. I'm not up there, I'm right about here. And I'm just doing my best to hold it. And again, if your back hurts you, come down and we just keep building that. And we hold. And then we lower back down and give ourselves a break. Now, in terms of what I would do if I were at home, I would try to build up to maybe doing one 30-second, then another 30-second, or just holding for a minute, taking a break, then coming back to it. But let's just do, for the sake of argument, because we've only done a little bit, let's just do one more time. We'll go out, out, hold it there, breathe deeply, inhale and exhale, and I'm going to count to 30 in my head. Breathing, pressing up away from this, and really finding my spine, finding length in my legs, reaching through my inner thighs, my big toes, my heels. And then just gently lowering down and stretching my back. Now to get a little bit of stretch through my spine, I'm going to go onto my stomach. I like to do a karate chop in a wide arm. My legs are slightly apart. And we're going to go into swan. So we breathe deeply in. On our exhale, we're just going to lift up. Now I can get that high because I'm using my thighs to leverage my body. And then I lower back down. And then we're going to do that again, lifting. And lowering back down. Now you may just want to roll your shoulders back into your rib cage and just elevate a teeny tiny bit, and that's fine too. Just lower. Again, we're trying to strengthen our back, not hurt our back. So roll the shoulders back, anchor through your thigh bones, lift up and lower. And let's just do a few more, lifting and lowering and lifting and lowering. Now, let's take that roll in our hands here and just lift the arms and legs, lower them. Lift them and lower. Again, making sure we stay anchored through our pubic bone so that we're not hurting our back. And we'll do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Flutter kick your legs, breathing out. Breathing in, finding length through the top of the head and through your toes so that your back isn't being scrunched, but really reaching and engaging and squeezing this, I almost called it a magic circle. It's a roller. And then we'll just rest and then push yourself back and just do a little bit of cat-cow here so that we completely relax your spine. All right, so our next movement is going to be a little bit of inner thigh. So I like this for if you have back problems, but also because it's great for your inner legs. So let me get a little more sideways so you can see this. I have my top leg at a 90-degree angle and I'm pushing it down into the roll. My head is being propped up by my elbow, my hand, and if you need extra length through your side body, I would just push my hip down like this, okay? Flex the bottom leg. You're going to lift so the legs kiss. This pushes down. This is going to activate that inside leg. And then we lower. Lift it. Hold it there. Squeeze those legs. And lower. I want you to take your time. This is not one of those moves where you're in some big hurry to go fast. We're going to lift and lower. Reach, lift, lengthen the leg, push this one down and lower. I can't emphasize enough that this does not do anything for you. The length and the lift and the reach and the hold, that's where your work is. So take your time. And you should feel the more you push here, the more you lengthen here, your lower oblique will be working as well. And we'll just keep lifting and lowering and lifting and lowering. And I like to do a minimum of 10. For all of you who want to do 10 and no more, when I say a minimum of 10, I mean you should probably be aiming to do 15, if not 20. A few more, please. Keep pushing this side down, that is key. Now we're going to hold this here and we will pulse it up. And that should burn. I'm going to do 10 more and just lift, 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 lift. And then we're going to rest for just a moment. Just let your body roll back a little bit, roll forward a little bit. And then our next movement is going to be a circle both directions. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 and 10, then 10 and 10. So we lift. And I'm still flexed and we go up and up, pushing the side down. And these burn. 8, 9, hold 10, reverse. Hold it at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pushing down, 9, hold it at the top, reverse it again, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, holy moly, hold it there, reverse it, 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and wow. Rest for a second. Carefully come up. We'll switch to the other side. So same thing applies here. You're on your side. Your top leg is at that 90-degree angle here. I'm pushing down. I'm trying to lengthen my hip so that I'm not scrunched up in my waist. I'm very long, and that bottom leg is flexed, and I lift and hold and lower. And I lift and hold, and I'm trying not to get my shoulder working here. I'm really trying to find the length in my body, pushing this knee down, pushing my instep down, engaging my abs as I lift the leg up. And up. And I'm reaching it long as I do this. Just a few more. And then I'm going to stay lifted and pulse. Keep pressing that top side down, lengthening the leg. Almost there. And then rest and just relax for a second, rocking side to side, or forward and back really. And then we're going to do our 2 sets of circles. So pressing into the hand if you need to, for sure pressing that top leg down, the bottom leg is up, and here we go. We'll go up. Hold it on the up. Hold it up. Lengthen the leg. Holding it. Hold it up, reverse it, up. It's the up, that movement where you're going to really feel it. So I want you to suspend it there and hold it. Almost there. Hold it. Now we do one last set, reversing, up and up. Oh my goodness. And up. Getting there. And hold it for the reverse. 10, 9, oh my gosh, this burns. 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and rest it. It's a lot of inner thighs, but it's also really good for your back. Now this one might look a little bit strange, however, it's very effective. So what we do is we take this foam roller and I place it in between my feet and my knees, and I lie back on my back, and then I'm placing my hands down by my sides, and I'm going to do my bridges again here. Now the difference in this bridge and the ones you did earlier is that now we're more focused on the inner thigh as we lift and lower. And I'm going to adjust mine down a little bit more so I can really feel my feet squeezing it. That feels a little bit better to me. And then I lift, squeeze, internally rotating my legs. And then I lower back down nice and slow. And again, I'm lifting and squeezing. And then lowering nice and slow. And just a couple more. What I'm really focused on for this exercise is that alignment in between the ankles and the knees. So I'm going to stay lifted, squeeze as tight as I can, and just pulse it in. And I'm squeezing and squeezing. Now remember, if you have one of those heavy ones like I do, or harder ones, it is not the most comfortable thing. I understand that. I get it. Keep your hips lifted. Keep squeezing. You're almost done. It'll go quickly. All right, then squeeze, hold it, and very slowly lower your spine. Now, we'll take our knees up into this tabletop, and you can see where my feet are squeezing, my knees are squeezing. And then I'm pulling on it, but pushing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is come up, and I'm going to try to shift my weight and come to a balance. And then I very slowly lower back down, pull my knees in. So my knees are gonna go away from me. I'm squeezing tight and I'm holding it at the same time. I curl my head up and I shift my weight. Now this is definitely more advanced, so you may only come in, push away, that will get your inner thighs. You may just lift your head up, come to here, and lower back down. And again, push the legs away, lift your head up, squeeze. Come up if you can, using your arms to leverage you. Do little curls up and up. I know it looks funny, but it's effective. And lower back down. And rest for a second. Putting that foam roller on your lap. What we'll do now is just slowly roll the foam roller towards your knees. Curl your head up. Push against this. Bring your legs to a tabletop. My knees are pushing towards the roll. My hands are pushing. I hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I lower my feet. I lower my head. I'm going to repeat that, rolling first the upper body up, finding length in here. Knees come up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, head down. Exhale. Shake out your neck if it's gripping. Find that length. Knees come up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your feet down. Lower your head, you're almost there. Exhale. Knees up, push, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, feet down. Now if you can't lift your head up or keep it up, just come to here, and then keep your head down, pushing into this. And then all we're going to do is just take same arm and leg, and bring the leg back. Same arm and leg. In an ideal world, our head is up and up. I know it's hard to keep that roller there. And up, just a few more. Push and push. Remember, the head can go down. That's totally fine. Just a few more. Push and push and push and push. Bring those knees into your chest with the roll. Just give yourself a nice squish here. Good. Then let's very slowly rock ourselves up to a seated position. We're going to stretch forward and just push the arches of our feet so that we get this really yummy stretch. And just a few more things with this. So let's come to standing, and we'll take our foam roller. I want you to stretch forward. I'm going to go arm's distance away. And then what I'm going to try to do is just lift my leg up, tap my leg back down. Lift my leg and tap. So I'm really pushing into my arms to support me. And the leg doesn't have to go high. We're just trying to focus on keeping this hinge in this joint. And I like to try for 20 of these. So I have 10 more, and I'm really feeling that standing leg doing a lot of work. And you can see this is not staying as stable as it could. And my standing leg is really burning as I do this. Now here's where it gets tricky. The leg is up. You're going to bend and bring the roller in, extend and bring the leg back out. As I bend, I'm sitting my hips back. I'm slowly stretching back out. I'm sitting my hips back and out. And hips come back and they come up. And I continue to do those. That was not my best. And just a few more. And the modification would just be bending and straightening, and bending and straightening. And then let's go ahead and shake it out. Do the same thing with the other side. So we're just going out And I'm leaning a little bit too much on that one as compared to the other one. I was a little more stable, so I think I'm going to adjust my body back a little bit and then try it. And that should be a little bit better. So do try to adjust yourself so you're that arm's distance away. You'll do your 20. And I'm just speeding up because I did the first few, not the best. All right, now we keep that leg up, and here's where we bend, pull it in, my butt goes back, I stretch it out, and I pull it back in, and stretch it out. And you'll notice one side on your body, on most of our bodies, is going to be a little bit weaker. And we'll do just a few more. In an ideal world, we're going to get ourselves to do 20 of those. And they are going to burn. And remember, the modification is just that you could bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So you do what one works better for you. Last two. And one. Ah, good. All right, let's just finish this off with just a little bit of a lateral stretch to the side. A lateral stretch to the side, just a simple knee bend, and stretch, and just a little knee bend. Couple more and then we're done. I'd say that was painless, but I would be lying. And last one, stretch it, and stretch it, and bend and straighten, and well done.